Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Delby the Tarot Pikachu again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It's truly appreciated, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find the link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. Now before we dive in, if you've been loving the energy here, I have created a collection of spiritual ebooks and printable workbooks to help you along your journey. From manifestation rituals to love journal prompts, these tools are designed to help you align, heal, and rise. You'll be able to find a link in the description box below or on my Patreon channel under the shop tab. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video is going to be about the version of you people think you are. So this is really about the perception or the projection people have on you. So this is going to be a collective reading, so there are no piles. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? And don't force it to stick. The version of you people think you are. The version of you people think you are. Version of you people think you are. I see 11:55 on my clock, so maybe this number appears to you often. 11:55. 11:55 a.m. or p.m. It doesn't matter. Just 11:55. The version of you people think you are. Ooh, we have the 9 of Swords. This is anxiety, anxious, sleepless nights. The version of you people think you are. They think that you're pressure though, with the 9 of Swords. Like intimidating with the Death card as well, with Scorpio energy. Like the version of you people think that, you know, yeah, you're intimidating, you have a strong personality, you may be threatening, or yeah, with the 9 of Swords, because 9 of Swords is anxiety, depression, worry, and then the Death card is transformation, okay? But it's also resilience, powerful energy. So there's something about your presence or the version that people think you are could be threatening, or it's transformative, challenging. Yeah, it's like something about a challenge, a mental challenge. Like you pose a threat to people, not their well-being, but their image. Like that's the version that people think you are. Like you are a threat. So you might be the type of person that people don't like to invite places, or like let's say if you're in a relationship, right, you may be the type of person that the other party likes to keep you a secret, not because like you're embarrassing or anything like that, but because they can't stand beside you. You will shed the light. There will be like an imbalance. So let's say if you're dating somebody who is not below you per se, because I wouldn't say that. It's not really below you, but if you guys are not equally yoked, where there is an imbalance, meaning you bring more to the table than the other person does, they may keep you a secret because they might be embarrassed, not of you, but of themselves. Like, because it's like as if, like, I'm gonna like sometimes maybe when you date, you might date people their potential, not their full capacity. Like you're seeing the potential in them, but the reality of them is like mediocre. Okay, I'm just like being honest. Like their reality is mediocre, but you see the potential in them, so you're dating them, but they don't see that potential within themselves. So when they are with you, they feel inadequate. Okay, the version of you people think you are. The version of you, just one card, please, Spirit. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So the version of you people think you are is somebody who is closed off, somebody who is reserved, somebody who is meticulous, which could be true with the 7 of Pentacles, but the way that they perceive it, the way that they project onto you is like you're too closed off, or You're too guarded with the Seven of Pentacles, okay? Somebody who's a perfectionist as well. The version of you people think you are. We have the lovers, the ideal lover. Like, you're too good for people. Like, that's what they think. They're in their head. They don't understand why you would date them in relationships, even in friendship. It's like they don't see why you're their friend. Like, you could do better. The version of you people think, wow, we have the Six of Pentacles. The version of you people think you are is the version that, like, has it easy with the Six of Pentacles. Like, things are being handed to you. You have it easy. Like, you don't have to put in a lot of work. Like, you know, your resources, everything that you have, every possession that you've acquired in your life, even if you had to work super hard, like, let's say for work, for instance, like, you may have like a really good job or a really good position and you get paid well, okay? Like, you have a really good, nice income. And some people may look at it like, oh, you just had it easy, life was easy for you. Or they may like assume that things were handed to you on a silver platter with the Six of Pentacles. That's the version of you that people think you are. Yeah, we have the Six of Swords, like calm, cool, and collected. Things were like easy peasy for you. There's also an energy of escapism with the Six of Swords, even though the Six of Swords is not escapism. Um, it's like the version of you people think you are is that because you're so calm, cool, and collected, and you don't really engage, you're more reserved, you don't really engage in drama, you don't really engage in back and forth. Like, if you're not in alignment with somebody, you're just gonna remove yourself from the situation altogether. Some people, their version of you that they think you are is like somebody who escapes problems, avoid problems, in which there's nothing wrong with avoiding problems, but it's just more like they think that you don't take accountability because they think taking accountability is going back and forth. The version of you people think you are, ooh, we have the High Priestess, mysterious, mystical. Some people, they may mistake your mysticism with the High Priestess as dark energy or baneful energy, like baneful magic. Like, they may like have a negative connotation to spirituality and, you know, different religious path, okay? Like, they may have like negative connotation, like with mysticism, astrology, astronomy, like, you know, tarot. They may have negative connotation. So with the High Priestess, they may think negatively of you. The version of you people think you are, we have the Page of Wands, okay? This is exciting, influential energy with the Page of Wands, but it's also an energy where it lacks direction, because the Page of Wands is like the initial spark, the excitement, the drive, but it doesn't really have a direction. Like, it just has the energy, the momentum, but it's not refined where it has a specific goal like the King of Wands does, right? So people, maybe because you have multiple talents, multiple skill sets, they may assume that you are directionless, like you don't know, you're aimingless, like you don't know where you're going in life because you have so many opportunities or so many maybe you have so many what's the word I'm looking for? It's not so many gifts, so many hobbies. Okay, you may have a lot of hobbies, which is nothing wrong with that. Like, you're not supposed to just have one hobby. Like, there's no rules to the amount of hobbies you could have, right? So these people, they may be narrow-minded, okay? The version of you people think you are, the version of you people think you are, yeah, they may think that you're goody-two-shoes with the Hierophant. You could be a Taurus here, or a Taurus Gemini cusper. Yeah, they may think that you're goody two shoes with the Hierophant. Like, you do things by the book, you don't break the law, you don't break the rules, you play by the rules, you do everything to the T, which there's nothing wrong with doing that. Like, why would there be something wrong with playing by the book, right? Like, you have integrity, okay? It's like these could be people that may have, maybe like they could be like low integrity, like they do grimy stuff. So with the Hierophant, you might be somebody, like, let's say for a man, I'm giving men as an example. You might be a man, you might be married, right? And you're a great husband, a great father to your children. You may have people in your circle, maybe not close friends, but people in, like, you know, 6 degree of separation. Like, you may know them because they know somebody that you know. They may look at you with the Hierophant like, oh, you're good to show, you think you're better than them because you don't cheat on your wife. You don't neglect your children. You are a responsible husband, you're a responsible father, you are an upstanding citizen. Like, why would there be something like wrong with that? Those are the type of men that would call you a simp because you love your wife. Like, that's their version. Like, that's the version that they think you are, when in actuality you are a pillar in your community, you are respected within your community. This is what I'm getting here, because the hierophant, he is the pillar, because the hierophant is the pope. Okay, that's the level of the pope, and the pope is the highest in Catholicism. So with this energy, this is what people, the version of you that people think you are. Okay, and if you are a woman, it's like the same thing. Maybe like you're a woman. I heard a woman of virtue. Maybe there's certain things that you don't subscribe to. There's certain things that you don't feel like you're going to do because like you're like, that's not who I am. But other women that are more likely to be, not that like it has nothing to do with lifestyle per se, it's more about morality. Okay, this is what I'm getting here with the higher front. Maybe they are people with low integrity, right? They're willing to do whatever. Like, if they're willing to do whatever for money, they're willing to do, like, sell their, do whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to go into details. They're willing to do whatever for money. They don't have no, like, integrity. Like, they're willing to scam, steal, do all these things that you wouldn't subscribe to with the higher font. Okay, and that's the version of you. They will say that you're goody-two-shoes, or you think you're better than them because you don't want to subscribe to that. Okay, wow, we have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you think you're all that in a bag of chips. Okay, with the Queen of Wands, that's the version of you that people think you are, or like you're cocky or you're arrogant, or you think, like, I keep getting like, you think you're better, but it's like, you don't think you're better. They know and think you are better. That's the thing. That's the problem. That's the version that they have in their head about you. Okay, with the Queen of Wands. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, closed off. Yeah, they think that you're closed off with the Four of Pentacles. Guarded. The version of you people think you are. Wow, Ten of Swords, abrupt ending. No nonsense. Some people may think that you're harmful with the Ten of Swords because you have a strong presence, strong personality. The version of you people think you are. We have the Knight of Swords, mentally sharp, mentally agile. But they also, the version of you that they think you are is someone who's meant like verbally aggressive or blunt, or like too vocal with the, maybe like somebody tried to, maybe you outsmarted this person, maybe you told them off in a way that was so eloquent, now they are in their feelings about it. Yeah, we have the Hierophant again, you see. Or maybe like you schooled somebody with the Hierophant, because the Hierophant could be like a scholar, it could be a mentor, an advisor, because there's the Pope, right? When you, like, the Pope, like I said, the Pope is the highest. So it's like people like go to you for advice, for guidance. That's what I'm getting here. You're like, and you could be a scribe here. So you're well versed in specific esoteric knowledge or religious scripts. Okay. So maybe you know your Bible very well, you know the scripture very well. So if somebody tried to use the scripture against you, you know exactly like how to counteract it, or you know exactly what to say, not in a way where you're trying to be manipulative. It's really because you know the word, so people cannot fool you with the word. This is what I'm getting here with the Knight of Swords. So the version of you that people think you are, we have Justice. So now we have Venusian energy, because we have Justice and we have the Hierophant. So this is Empress energy. So integrity again with the Justice card, like I was saying. Like, this is the version of you that people think you are, like a goody-two-shoes, like you could do things by the book, you have high integrity. So you may have had people around you trying to get you go get you to go down the wrong path, or influence your decisions, or influence the way that you operate, or trying to coerce you or corrupt you. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. The version of you people, yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like maybe you come from maybe you grew up in an environment where people were grimy. Okay, where people do stuff like, like without thinking about the consequences. Okay, and it's not to judge them or judge anything that like judge them per se, like as like a person or what they do, but it's like these are people that had a choice but they chose to go down the wrong path. Okay, and you made a mistake too. I'm not saying that you never made a mistake and that you're perfect, but the way that these people see it is like you have a higher moral compass than they do. So that's why they feel inferior to you, but they try to make it seem like there's something wrong with you or that you're goody-two-shoes or you don't do anything wrong. And it's like, okay, well, you could live like, let's say if you grew up in the hood, you could still grow up in the hood and not be like not do crazy things or not do commit crimes. Yes, your environment could have a factor in your development as an individual, but also your family, how you are raised, also plays a factor. Because there's a lot of people that grew up in the hood and they made it out the hood and they didn't have to do crazy things to get out the hood, right? They may have to work extremely hard because of their circumstances, but that doesn't mean that they're morally corrupt just because they grew up in the hood. Okay, so that could be like the situation for you, and that could be like some people that grew up, and I'm not just saying the hood, but I'm just giving as an example. Holy moly, that you could grow up in a toxic environment or be around toxic people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to become toxic or that you can't have power over your future. And you're proving that with your life, and that could be something that these people don't want to face. Okay, the version of you that people think you are. We have the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, guarded. They also think that the version of you that they think you are is somebody who's always learning, always growing. Okay, with the Page of Pentacles. Wow, we have the Sun card. Leo energy. Okay, they think that the version of you that they think you are is someone who is a show off, somebody who likes to get the attention, somebody who has some sort of power or status. But I feel like with the Sun card, it's really your light. Okay, you may, and it could even be within your family, because within a family unit there's different personalities. Even if you guys grew up the same, there's different personalities. People have their own, they have their own free will to make decisions, but they're not free from the consequences. So I feel like in your family, for some of you, it could be like you decided to take a different route, a different path, and the result of your life is based on the decision that you've made. And now you have people that you grew up with, so your cousins, your siblings, the ones that are in the same age group as you, they may have decided to take a different route or make different decisions that when they compare between you and them, there's a vast difference. You guys are on a different spectrum because of your inner moral compass. And for them, it feels like with the Sun, because you are illuminating something about them that they don't like to see, they make it seem like you are a show off because your life turned out to be better than theirs. But it's not because you're better, it's because of the choices that you made are the reason why you are where you are today. Okay, like maybe you may have a cousin that chose to do a life of crime, but like what did you expect was going to happen? Like if you end up in jail, what did you thought was going to happen? Like what was the other expectation that you had if you went down that path? Like that's like the type of like stuff that this person or these individuals don't want to face. Like there's a possibility if you do crime that you're going to go to jail. that's that possibility is higher than someone who doesn't do crimes. So it's just like cause and effect. It's nothing to do with like, oh, someone's better than you. It's really your actions. And it boils down to that fact, but they don't see it like that. They see it as like you think you're better with the Sun card because you're living your life of luxury, you're abundant, but really in actuality it's because of the choices that you've made, because you value yourself. Okay. The version of you people think you are. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody who has the ability to juggle multiple responsibilities. Okay, the version of you that people think you are. Wow, the Sun card and the Page of Pentacles again. Yeah, that show off, like illumination, like you think you're better. But in actuality, it's because you're successful, you are abundant, you're confident. They see your confidence as arrogance, as cockiness. Okay, it could be a Leo here. We have Leo twice. or a Taurus, a fixed sign, because we have 3 fixed signs here. The version of you people think you are. The version of you people think you are. Just one card, please, Spirit. We have the Temperance card. Wow. Calm, cool, and collected under pressure. Well balanced individual, unbothered. So you being balanced, you know, calm, cool, and collected. People's version of you is like you're indifferent. What's the word? Oh my God. Um, Nonchalant. Okay, that's their version of you. Wow, 6 of Wands. They think that you're cocky, that you're an attention seeker because you're getting a lot of praise and recognition with the 6 of Wands. So the way that they see the praise and recognition is you being attention seeker, cocky, arrogant, prideful. That's the version of you that they have in their head, when in actuality is just people praising you for making the right choices in life. Okay, the version of you people think you are. The version of you people think you are. Just one card, please, Spirit. Just one card. We have the Queen of Wands again. Wow, the Queen of Wands is here twice. The Sun card is here twice. The Hierophant is here twice. And the Page of Pentacles twice. So there's like energies repeating itself. So the Queen of Wands, confidence, poised. Okay, that's the version of you. That's who you are. But their version, the way that they see that Queen of Wands, is the cocky, the arrogant, or she thinks she's all that, or he thinks he's all that, or prideful, because you take pride in yourself. So if you spend all your life making the right decision, and you're liking the results of those decisions, why wouldn't you be prideful? Like, it's not in an arrogant way, but it's like you're proud of the life that you've built for yourself. You're proud of your decision. There's nothing wrong with being proud of the decision that you've made in life that give you a beautiful life. Why would you be sad? Why would you be like, basically they want you to be humble to a point where you're insignificant, so that way they can feel good about themselves. They don't like the fact that you think that you're a great person, and there's nothing wrong with thinking that you're a great person. You're not being arrogant, you're not being cocky, but that's the version that they see when they see the Queen of Wands, because you're shining too brightly and they can't stand it. Okay, so that's all I have for the collective. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.